I just got off
All right, guys.
trip
I
from
went live
Asia
because this is
meeting
happening.
Asian leaders.
This is right now, right? I
And I
just came
learned
up
of
on
this while I
this.
was on the aircraft.
Oh, yeah.
What struck me on that 17-hour flight, what struck me was these kinds of mass shootings rarely happen anywhere else in the world. Why? They have mental health problems.
They
have
actually have
domestic
mental health
disputes in other
hospitals,
countries.
and they also don't have a
They have people who are
um,
lost. But these kinds of
melting
mass
pot.
shootings never happen with the kind of frequency they happen in America. Why? Why are we willing to live
Why
with
are
this
we
carnage?
doing a lot of
Why do we
things?
keep letting this happen? Where in God's name is our backbone for the courage to deal with it and stand up to the lobbies? It's a time to turn this pain into action for every parent, for every citizen in this country. We have to make it clear to every elected official in this country. It's time to act. It's
The
time
House
for those
plant
who
talks.
obstruct or delay or block the common sense gun laws. We need to let you know that we will not forget.
Define common sense.
We can do so much more. We have to do more. Our prayer tonight is for those parents lying in bed and trying to figure out,
Why they send their kids to a government school?
will I be able to sleep again? What do I say to my other children? What happens tomorrow? And God bless the loss of innocent life on this sad day. And may the Lord be near the brokenhearted and save those crushed in spirit.
This is a man who can't
They're
take
gonna need
communion.
a lot of our prayers. God love you.
Will you go to Texas, sir? Sir, will you go to Texas?
That's a good question. He didn't go to.
Sir, remarks from President Biden.
Oh,
They're not taking
oh.
any reporter questions.
Who
no
is
word
that
yet on
ugly?
if he will be visiting Uvalde, Texas. To
Why didn't he go
celebrate
to
the launch of
Waukesha, Wisconsin?
school district. We'll keep you
Oh.
updated on that and any new details.
How did that shit get on
Out of the
TV?
White House in just a little bit here, we'll be going out to remarks on Capitol Hill as we heard emotional statements from Senator Chris Murphy.
They have to push this. It's
when
a.
it comes to school shootings, specifically the Parkland shooting, but
It's
we are
sad.
getting in a little bit of new information from University Health out in San Antonio.
This is not what I want to cover.
That victims of this shooting were transported to in the hospital. They have 4 different patients. One.
I don't want to cover this. I don't want to do this. We're not going to do it. You know what we're going to do? Hang on a second. Because I'm not ready yet. I was going to start for 10:30. I just saw a talking house plant. And I thought to myself, I must share this. That's funny.
Success! You did it!
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
Oh, showtime it is. How are you doing, you beautiful people? It is Tuesday. It is tacos. What is happening? How are you doing? Uh-oh, I already see a negative Debbie Downer comment. Unless you talk about me and my show, because it's going to be brutal here. You know what we need to do? I need to do like an open line night. Matter of fact, if anybody wants, if y'all want open line, let me know over there in the chat. Maybe we'll do that because there's a lot of breaking news. Let me tell you what happened to me. So, I got done my commitment this afternoon. Come back. What did I do then? I had the dogs with me. Oh, I had a snack. Oh, Jules is here. Awesome. Awesome. So I had a snack and went upstairs and I laid down the bed. And my wife was watching Criminal Minds or something like that. NCIS or I don't know. Dead in the first 48 hours. You snooze, you lose. Homicide. True Detectives. Whatever it is. Whatever the crime show is. She loves that stuff. I hate it. That's why I think it's so funny. You find me doing true crime stuff. But, anyway, this is on, what's the one that's, I don't know. We've got every streaming thing there is. Okay, we got wait a second. We have every streaming thing there is except for the one I want. The one I want, we don't have. Alright, so, I got a yawn already. Oh, excuse me. Gosh. I need a button. And it will go between my USB and my laptop, and I'll disconnect the microphone when I push it. If y'all know where I can find that, let me know. So, those shoot. Oh, that's what the White Rabbit says. Oh, I loved it. Who was, it might have been Tennessee Trash. He coined the phrase, I could kill you and not serve a day. Oh, I think his dad said that to him. So anyway, whenever you get mad at somebody, I love that phrase. I could kill you and not serve a day. That's almost as good as I've got 7 alibis and you have none. Anyway. So, I got this snack, right? Okay, I'm going to tell you what my snack was. I got 3 graham crackers. I really had said I was going to eat 2, but I made 3. I put some peanut butter on them. I put some jelly on them. Have you ever done that? Like make a peanut butter and jelly graham cracker? I know, I got the idea from the Smucker's Uncrustable people. They did that for a while. Frozen graham crackers with peanut butter and jelly on them. Oh my gosh. It's the perfect snack. It's like a meal and a snack. I don't know. It's just, all I know is, the point of it is, I ate that, and I found there was a new South Park on. Like, there's like an hour-long special. It is the COVID is over, COVID is here special. And it is a complete... Oh, wait. Hang on a second, guys. I got an interruption. So, speaking of the devil, that TV I was talking about, that I was watching. I brought the remote with me. It was in my pocket just then. Whoops. Whoops. Anyway, yes. Excuse me. Oh, wait, hold on. That was what I was saying yes to. I was saying yes to ghost pepper ketchup. Oh, do you know what I'm talking about? Yes. Oh, yes. I love Uncrustables. Oh, they're so good. You know, the secret is you get them just right where they're still a little frozen. Oh, it's like a dessert. But anyway, so I'm watching TV. It's the South Park special. I fall asleep. I mean, I fell dead asleep. I don't know how I woke up. Because I've got the new phone, and the new phone goes like little like. Oh yeah, I had my wife when she calls me or texts me. It's the Imperial March. My dogs are trained to it. I'm trained to it. I know that when Mama calls, you better be straightened up and flying right. So she was gone, and she had texted me the stuff about this Texas shooter. And I'm like, I'll read the text. It says, shooter in Texas kills 2 elementary students or something like that. So I told her, I'm like, make me a thumbnail. I'm going to get to it. Never got to it. Never. Oh, yeah. Oh, boom. You know what I do with the Uncrustables? It's like, I used to have it down to a science, like maybe like 8 seconds in the microwave, from the freezer to the microwave. 8 seconds was enough, just enough to keep that like, so what's in the, yeah, jelly's in the middle. Keeps that jelly frozen, but the peanut butter gets soft enough that you can eat it, you know? Oh, dude, it's like, I don't know, it's just, it's redneck cheesecake. I mean, I love it. But anyway, she comes home, we fixed dinner, we got this, I was going to tell you guys, and I forgot the name of it again. It's, one of those, they send you, a deal on them, and they're delicious, absolutely delicious. Had, hamburgers with, what's the brioche buns, caramelized onions, wasabi, mayonnaise, and I hate mayonnaise. Oh man, this was good. Like, I'll try if it comes in a box. Here's the thing, it's fun. My wife gets them, and so I mean, I'll try anything that's in there. It's happy to share. I'm happy to share things like this. It's enjoyable. It makes her happy. I mean, so like we have like steak and asparagus. I hate asparagus. That meal's gonna be 2 nights from now, and I hate asparagus. Right? I'm gonna eat it. I decided today. I was like, I'm just gonna eat it. I'm gonna try it, unless like I have some sort of like repulsive, disgusting thing. It ruins everything. Maybe they've got it in a way that it tastes really good. I haven't been disappointed yet. And besides that, it's something that's so fun. It puts my wife and I in the kitchen together. Uh, by the way, if you tell Alexa to start playing, what would I say? Kitchen music? Cooking music? She starts playing opera, which I thought was weird. I mean, I don't know anything about opera. So after about 3 songs, I said, Alexa, play the Rolling Stones. Then things got good. And so you make this thing, and I'm sitting there, I was like I don't like mayonnaise. Oh my gosh, it was delicious. I had a delicious meal. I had potato wedges, oven baked potato wedges. Oh, the whole thing was so good. And that's what, like, the stuff with asparagus coming up. I'm like, she likes it. I'm just gonna try it. It's gonna be, What's going on here? I don't know what that means. But anyway, it's fun. So anyway, we have that. We ran out to the store, went to Publix. We love these Heath Bar cookies they have. Don't like Heath Bars, see? That is not part of it. Don't like Heath Bars. That's something else new. It's like, these things are really delicious cookies. If you put them in the oven just till they just get warm enough for that Heath Bar to kind of get gooey. Oh man, you talk about a dessert. So we did that, and we go to Publix. They don't have any of the cookies, but they have these cinnamon coffee cakes. We took a chance on them. Y'all, I never had a lighter tasting. Is it a pastry? Are cakes considered pastries? I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, this thing was so... Oh, ask Alexa to make a fart noise. Hang on. Hey, Ziggy. Make a fart noise.
Okay, here's Big Fart. That was a very eggy one. Would you like me to do a fart?
Stop listening.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Yes, there you go, Jules. Yeah, I don't have the Google thing. Because, I figure Google's not as good on privacy. Because I've given up. Hopefully one day I have enough subscribers. I can say, yeah, I'm the expert. Like, that's a big deal. That's a brand, right? I would be like, these are my friends. These guys have been here with me since the beginning. And, I feel like that is a good defense. Until then, I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't. I'm so obsessed with the privacy stuff. And yet I have all these gadgets. Everything's spying on me. And so, yeah, I thought Alexa would be safer than Google. Alexa just wants to sell me stuff. Google wants to know my trending abilities. I don't know. I've watched way too much X-Files or something. But anyway, these cakes, these little cinnamon coffee cakes, warmed them up in the oven, so it has that there's something about just a warm dessert. I mean, I know, here it is summertime, right? But oh my gosh, it was so good. It was such a shocker. And anyway, all this is going on, all this greatness, right? Because you associate food, good food, you like to talk about, you like to share it. That's what we should do. Is I bet you I have 1,000 pictures of food from going out. The rabbit and I like to do road trips to eat, and I bet you I've got 1,000 pictures like that. Thank you. We get on Rants We Unplug. Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I thought you unplugged me. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm going to finish my stuff. I'm going to quit looking at the chat. You guys talk to each other. I'm going to quit bothering y'all, okay? All I know is well, you want to celebrate when you have good food. It's like every day should be Thanksgiving. It's a wonderful feeling. And it's like, I love the little nuances of something that's delicious. I love being able to share that with people. I hope that it I don't know, that they too can appreciate what I appreciate. Does that make sense? It's like okay, for instance, pepperoni pizza. Everybody's had pepperoni pizza, right? I like when the pepperonis are smaller than the average pepperoni size, and the edges kind of curl up a little bit, and they get a little brown. I love that. To me, that's just, they got a little crunch to them, even. Not burnt, but just like a little crust to them. Oh man, I love that. And there's a specific pizza chain that does that, and you can find them in Las Vegas, and they're called Round Table Pizza. And if there was a favorite pizza of mine, I'd have to say it's Round Table. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. If you ever get a chance to have one, please enjoy it, and take one with you back to the room, because you're going to want some more later on. Let's see here. I'm just kind of scrolling in the background here, seeing the what YouTube has. Uh-oh. I didn't know there's a guy on the stand that said he talked to the umbrella guy. Alright, so this is going to be... There's a lot of cool stuff going to be happening. What's these going to be on advertising for? There we go. Alright, so... I don't even want to play that. I want to pause it. I want to watch that later on. Anyway, so all this great stuff, right? We had a fun time this morning watching that trial. What was that guy's name? Marks? The guy who was a lawyer, has been in the industry for like 50 years. Oh my gosh. I mean, him explaining contracts and options, and how Amber was just making stuff up and isn't a commodity. I could watch that again. I really could. That was awesome. I love people like that. That's where I was like, I'd like to just sit down with him. I think Sully said something about like watching smoke a overly large cigar or something and a glass of bourbon. Karl Marx. Hey Shirts, how you doing? No, I am not a Taurus, Jules. But you could probably guess my personality. I've actually had 2 times I've had conversations where somebody just goes, "Are you a?" and it's just nailed it. I was like, "Yeah, how'd you know?" Like, we weren't talking about astrology or anything like that. Didn't know my birthday, which I don't celebrate anymore. So yeah, birthdays are dumb. Mine is always horrible. I have horrific tragedy. So I've decided that 4th of July is going to be my birthday. And so I want everybody to celebrate with blowing stuff up. Anyway, so all this happened. I had no idea. Earlier the rabbit sent me the stuff about there's 2 people shot in Texas. I had no idea. What Sully put this 18 now? Something like that. And I started this a little bit early tonight because I saw a talking house plant. And I thought, oh, wow, this is amazing. And then I found out that it's actually it was Biden. So anyway, he gave his little speech, and okay, now D I see down there in the chat, and now it's 20. Golly. So I don't know what happened. All right, but I love the rush to the narrative. And I don't have a specific. I'll have to think about it. Maybe I'll see something the next couple of days. Maybe y'all know something, but it's like, you had the shooting in Buffalo, right? They capitalized on that real quick. Then all of a sudden, the narrative started falling apart on them. You had that guy who I did a video about, the black dude. He was a witness. He had taken the guy out the day before, And anyway, the narrative just kind of fell apart at that point. I mean, the guy is clearly crazy. The guy planned a trip 200 miles to go shoot people. I mean, that's boogeyman stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you've always got to be aware of your surroundings. And I'm not saying that it's always you always have to consider yourself a target. You don't do that. You're not a target. You have to be prepared to make somebody else a target, though. That's the key to it. But this stuff, statistically, I mean, lightning happens more than this type of stuff does. But it just sells because it shocks the conscience that this could ever happen. Am I belittling it any? No, not at all. Obviously, I can't imagine what these people are going through. This is horrendous. This is awful. Though at the same time, part of me is sitting here going, we all know public schools are bad places. I mean, if they put on the news every night, every time there's a fight where somebody got killed in a prison, it would occupy the news every day. Government buildings are just like these breeding grounds, these cesspools. And until we get out of the stuck model, and I was hoping, we hope for positivity come out of something like the pandemic. I was really hoping that schools would be the thing. Like, all of a sudden we can repurpose these big schools instead of sticking thousands of kids into them every day. You have kids with raging hormones, unlike any other time in their life, some of them have kids for parents. You know, I mean, I was blessed to have older parents. They had everything figured out by the time I was born. But like some of these people, they're like, I mean, you know, who didn't go to school with a girl who was pregnant at 15 or 16? So she hits 30 and she has a 15-year-old? I mean, come on. Doesn't that seem young? I mean, you're being raised at 3 years old. Let's see here. You know, you wake up in the middle of the night and you're scared. You have a bad dream. Your mom's 18 years old. Yeah, it's just, it's unfathomable. And so you have all these backgrounds and all these people that are raised in not ideal situations. And you're cramming them into these four walls. And bingo, man, it just jumped to the end. Ballstorm and I have been together for so long that he knows what I'm going to say before I get to it. So I'm trying to paint this picture, this narrative, this story to make this entertaining. And he just like goes straight to the end. He's like, yeah, it's true. They don't have the facts at first. And it's like, what we just heard Biden say is like, oh, we need to act now, never again, all this stuff. Okay. That's not how our form of government works. Our form of government is supposed to work slowly. So that way you don't have knee-jerk reactions. Look at, all right, how many people today would support the invasion of Iraq from 2000 and when was that? 2001, 2002? Yeah, Jules nails it right here. We don't know the details. It's horrible. You know what helps? The only thing that I know that helps me is when you have to have faith. You know, and I'm not sitting here trying to say to get on like a religion soapbox or anything, but that's what helps me. Just all I'm saying is that's what helps me. And it's sad. I'm saddened for a lot of people have no faith. And they have no faith in people or themselves or civil society. And that sucks. It absolutely sucks. But, you look at, like I was saying about Iraq, like that whole period, you go back and look at the laws that were passed, like the Patriot Act, stuff like that. All that came out of knee-jerk reactions. I don't think a lot of people are happy with those decisions. I think a lot of people are I don't know, have changed their minds since then. I don't know. All I know is that when there's a great tragedy, you want to do something. You're ready to get up. You're gonna fight somebody. You're gonna stand up for justice. The American way and all that stuff, right? Isn't that what they changed Superman? Truth, justice, and all that stuff. But yeah, we must let the facts come out, because the facts always deflate the argument. And I'm sorry, but like, when 2 years ago, you're defending people running through the streets, burning down police stations, when you're encouraging people to donate to these defense funds that got people out that went on to murder people. Don't sit here and tell me about values. When you don't put your grandchild's name up on a stocking to hang over the mantle for your picture, your Christmas picture, because that grandson he's a bastard. Because your son got a stripper pregnant. Because that doesn't fit the right little narrative. Your little homebody. You can't have a stripper over at Christmas. Oh no, that would just ruin too much stuff. Joe the Third, stripper mommy, they gotta sit out back. Hopefully it'll bring them some coal for their fireplace. But don't sit there and tell me about values. When you're selling our borders, you're letting anybody come across, and I say anybody, if Vladimir Putin put up bases in Mexico, he could come right across that border and not a single person would stop him. It's just not there. There's no system in place to stop it. There's nobody that wants to stop it. So it's sad. Don't tell me about values, because some small podunk town that nobody ever heard of in Texas happened to have a couple of camera crews when some maniac went out there. Where was the school resource officer? Where I live in Tennessee, every single school has an armed cop in it every day. Walking around the hallways with a gun on his hip. Fully uniformed police officer. School's out. They go out there and stop traffic for letting the buses out and the cars out. But every single school has a police officer in uniform. And you want to sit here and defund the police? Don't talk to me about values. This dude's messed up. Do you want me to start talking about rumors about this guy? Since we're ready to jump to conclusions on everything? Several boards are showing that the guy wanted to be a girl. I've got a picture that I don't know if it's real. Might be photoshopped. Has him in stockings and a miniskirt. Do you want to address mental illness? Do you want to talk to me about the rights of what? Not my rights, though, right? You're ready to sell those away. Don't talk to me about values. I want to know how this dude could afford to drive to the school to shoot it. With gas at $5 a gallon. And you bragging about it. Talk about how wonderful it is. Because now everybody has to go out and buy a $70,000 car. If everybody buys an electric car, the electric grid fails. What then? How do you power your car? That's $70,000. Don't talk to me about values. If China wanted to set up bases, let's say all these freighters that you have sitting off the coast, let's say they just beached them, and each one contained 10,000 screaming Chinese PLA dudes with AK-47s. Well, they don't have AK-47s. I forget the rifles they have, but anyway, still. And they marched right up through Mexico. I should cover this. I bet nobody reads, because I've never met anybody, except for one U.S. congressman. But the Pentagon every year has to put out a report about China and their military. And every year it says that China wants to be the world superpower. And every year it says that China is arming themselves, their military, to be greater than the United States. When you have former generals of the PLA, which PLA is the People's Liberation Army, because, you know, everything communists do is for the liberation of people from our slaves, you know, the rich guy down the street. The guy that owns the property that you rent your building from, oh, you're a slave to that guy. So let the government come in and liberate you. When the former generals of the PLA are out there giving speeches talking about how to conquer America, there's something pretty bad and nefarious out there happening. They're training these guys. God, I know the tubes are going to hate this. I'm going to get dinged for fake news. That's fine. All this is fake. All this is a fantasy. All this is part of my movie I'm writing. I'm sharing with you my script for the Red Dawn 2. So in Red Dawn 2, they're training these dudes from, I don't know, pick a country. They're showing them videos of American homes. And they say those will be your homes. The men will be your servants. And the American women will be your wives. They have a female shortage over there. And it's not widely reported as much as it should be. But start looking up videos on China and Africa. They own the whole continent. That whole place is now Chinese. I mean, it's the weirdest thing in the world. Nobody's going to be defending anybody. But they want you disarmed. And they run and rush out there to do this quick legislation. We must act now because little Timmy down in Tulsa might be next. We don't know who little Timmy is or even if he exists. But just the thought that he might be. Saw an article today. Eric Holder. You know, Eric Holder was held in contempt of Congress. One of Trump's people were held in contempt of Congress and they went to jail. Eric Holder was never prosecuted. He's never held accountable for his attempt of Congress. He was held in contempt. I said attempt, I think. He was held in contempt because he refused to show up to answer questions about Fast and Furious. Y'all remember what the Fast and Furious was. Not the movie with Vin Diesel, but the Operation Fast and Furious, where your government was arming Mexican cartels so their crime rates would go up and push a gun control narrative that we must do this in America because of Mexico is under siege and you're supposed to fall for it. Stock, hook, line, sinker. Unfortunately, all got uncovered when one of those guns were used to kill a Border Patrol agent. That's something about values right there, isn't it? So, we don't know anything about this. Hang on a second. I looked up at the chat. Oh no, that's awesome. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's happy. So yeah, it was Taco Tuesday because the other day. All right, I'm done my high road speech. Don't tomorrow when people start talking about this, just tell them, look, you know what? We've been burned a lot of times. Let's just sit back and wait till everything comes out. And because of this lunatic, I'm not willing to give up my rights. It's just what it boils down to. If you give up one right, you'll give them all up. So anyway, so the other day, Mountain Girl, oh man, I missed all of y'all here in the chat. I'm so sorry. Boy, you got me on a rant, didn't you? Uh-oh. Chris is here to say hey to Level Headed. Chris, how are you? Welcome to the channel. Trixie Star, hey. If you don't like tacos, I'm not your type. Oh my gosh, Trixie. Oh, I hope you're still in this. So guess what? So my dog, the Labrador, I always put up those shorts on. So he'll come in. I mean, labs always are taking something, right? So he comes in and he'll take like, I don't know, a shoe. And I'll be like, hey, listen, dude, nachos. Nacho cheese. I know it's the kid in me, right? I can't help myself. I'm like, nacho cheese. And so I started calling him Nacho. Like, I don't ever really call him Nacho, but whenever he comes, I'm like, Nacho. That's what you do. Nacho cheese. I know. And so this is hilarious to me. That is a great joke. Thank you, Trixie Star. Frosty, how are you doing? Um, yeah, Frosty. I saw. What were you on the other day? I saw you on. I'm just catching up on all these guys. Sorry, guys. I missed on all this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love cheesy jokes. Did you see me? Where was I? Oh, that was on Mountain Girls thing, I think, wasn't it? She got real serious about, she was talking real serious. She was, just burned out. It was weird, because I don't like seeing that. And so I think that's weird because I'm like, look, dude, don't let the bastards grind you down. And I'm not calling her weird or anything like that, so don't take this wrong. But anyway, so I put in there this joke right here reminds me of it. I put in there. I said, "What did the banana say to the vibrator? What are you shaking for? I'm the one that's gonna be eating." So. Oh, let's see here. I'm about to have an anxiety attack. Oh, please don't have an anxiety attack. Let's see, man, I've missed out, guys. I'm sorry. Boy, I wish somebody would let me know when I'm being stupid. Yeah, Mountain Girl's great. Really is. Monkeypox, yes. Oh, I forget about the fake meat. Yeah, you're supposed to be eating fake meat now. I'm confused by this one here. But I wanted to use that comment all the time. Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see Sully in the chats anymore. So I think I ran her off. She wanted a relaxing day. And here we are. We got this stupid stuff happen right before the show started. And I'm sorry, guys. It's weird. It's going to overtake everything. But you know what? Tomorrow we're going to have more Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. And that stuff is great. I'll tell you, it's funny how public opinion has decided. I mean, it is bizarre. Johnny Depp, without realizing it, has become the hero of normalcy. Yeah, Johnny Depp, the hero of normalcy. It's I don't know. It's just, gosh, I feel so bad. Like all these people stop by, and I was serious instead of my normal goofy self, and they're all trying to veg out from the true crime stuff. Anyway, yeah, it is funny. It is funny to think that here is the guy. And, I love the line in the first Pirates of the Caribbean where what is that chick's name? She was what, Elizabeth in that movie, and she burns the rum, and Johnny or Captain Jack's like, the rum. So you have to use all the rum, or whatever he says. I love it. I love that scene. I love everything. But that reminds me. So like, who is that chick? I can't remember her name right now. And I was like, oh hey, you know what? She'll probably. I really thought she was gonna have a good career. You know, there's not many Sandra Bullocks. I said it. Sandra Bullock. Who else is there that matches her career-wise? Jennifer Aniston a little bit. Oh, Angelina Jolie. I mean, it's just there's not. It's like the new chicks that are coming up, they aren't sure of themselves, and then like there's like two or three dudes. Well, okay, first of all, like Keanu Reeves seems to be like a new dude all of a sudden. Sorry, I just hit my microphone. He's not the same guy he was. He's not Point Break. What was his name in that? Johnny Utah. He's not Point Break anymore. He is. I mean, gosh, man, he's not even Neo. He is John Wick. I mean, he is completely reinventing himself. He's like a new actor. And then you've got Jason Momoa seems to be pretty cool. And then who else do I think of? Like Chris Pine. But Chris Pine is the hardest working dude in Hollywood. He's like, it's like, oh, he's doing a movie? Okay. And then it's like, well, wait, he's also doing a movie for like Netflix or, you know, something like that. And it's like, oh, wait, he's doing a TV show on TBS. Or was that TNT? I forget now. I mean, the dude is all over the place. Who else? There's a couple of guys, man, that are real big like that. Of course, The Rock. I mean, that's the hardest working dude in Hollywood. Kevin Hart's pretty much like that. But yeah, there's no, like, I guess I don't consider The Rock and Kevin Hart new guys anymore. Well, I guess I shouldn't consider Chris Pine that. I consider Jason Momoa still pretty new because I really consider, like, Aquaman to be, like, the role that where he, like, actually got to talk and be funny and have a following. I mean, Aquaman, come on. The guy in the cartoon rode a pink seahorse. A pink seahorse. And you're supposed to make that some manly, cool guy. But man, he nails it. That scene in Justice League where he's walking out of the bar and he's drinking a fifth of whatever. And they got rock music playing. Dude, just nailed it. It made me love Aquaman. Who? I don't know. It's oh my gosh. Okay, so now there's we talk about rum. There's white rum or clear rum, and there's dark rum. So I'm gonna be racist about rums here. I think the dark rum is better. Just me. I think it smells better. I think everything about it's better. Yeah, I don't know. This is the line I was looking for. Why is the rum gone? So thank meat. I'm leaving that one alone. It's not Friday Night Live. Oh, you know what I found out today? The rabbit told me this. If you type in The Expert and FNL, my channel comes up. That's what you guys have done. Is that not awesome? That is 100% y'all. 100%, man. That is so cool. I heard that and I was like, oh man, that's really cool. Like, I don't know. It's awesome, guys. It's awesome. And thank you all so much again. And we have so much fun over there. It's so great. It's, let's see here. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the chat now. I lost it, man. Like, look, I feel bad. I mean, dude, people like Vol Storm would be smacking me upside the head at one point in my life when I have all these, I have like Trixie Star and, Diva and Chris, they're all up here. Frosty's up here, and it's like I'm not paying attention to, and I ran Sully off. I don't know how I got that one up there. Sorry. That's what happens. I touched this mouse too much. Let's see here. What else? There's got to be something better, right? Today, like I said, I mean this school shooting thing blew my mind. I knew nothing about it going into like 30, 45 minutes before the show started, I saw a houseplant talking. I was like, oh, no, this is going to be funny. This is going to be good for the show. And then, of course, the rest is history. Let's see here. I still, what else happened today? I took that nap, man. That nap took it out of me. Have you ever taken a nap and been tired afterwards? Weird, right? It's like if you didn't take the nap, you never would have gotten tired. That's how I feel about today. Oh, man, I just realized I have a meeting at 11. What is up with all these people and meetings? Oh, man. I had one the other night I wish I could talk to you guys about. I wish I could talk to y'all about it. I'm trying to think about how I could even say code things without being kicked out. No, rum should come in barrels. Not interesting. Useless piece of knowledge. Cognac, true cognac. I probably have this wrong, so don't take my word for it. Check it out for yourself. But cognac has to be aged in barrels in a ship. It takes it has to go around the world or something before it to be true Napoleon loved cognac. I don't know this thing. But yeah, something about them and ships, and I don't know, maybe it's scurvy or something. I forget. God, could you imagine? Oh, I'll tell you how, dude, ships. Oh my gosh. So they built a to scale model of the Mayflower? No, it was Christopher Columbus on. The Pinta, the Santa Maria, Quinto was the other one. Quaalude. Anyway, Christopher Columbus. Let's say the Santa Maria. That sounds cool. So they made a replica to scale, and this, I don't know, group, they were going around. Yeah, Nina, Pinta, Santa Maria. That's it. That's how it goes. I knew there was a thing to it. So anyway, whatever ship it was, and they docked it in the Tennessee River. And so I went down, the rabbit and I went down. This is several years ago. We went down, looked at it. Holy cow. Holy cow. Now, okay, first of all, y'all know me. I'm not paying like $20 to get on this thing, right? But let me tell you what. There were boats that were parked, in the little parking, what do you call a parking lot on the water? Dock. They're docked right down from it, that were bigger than this thing. They talk about, like, people used to be shorter, like the whole world was shorter. The whole world was run by pygmies. I mean, Christopher Columbus and his crew had to be like 3'6". I'm telling you, this thing is tiny. And I'm looking at this going, how does any of this work? Like, what is going? There's no way I'm going to get on that thing and everybody in their right mind tells me I'm going to fall off the earth. Sea monsters are going to eat me. But yet here I am. I'm going to take this little boat and then go across the Atlantic. Nah, man, that's weird. Dude, that's why Christopher Columbus, the dude had, I mean, it sounded like church bells when he walked down the street. You know what I'm saying? The guy was awesome. And here we are, we're trying to kill his memory. God, we need more Christopher Columbuses. That guy was just Mermaids Are Real. Yes. I love this song. I really do. So wish I could we could just sit here and like that song right now, okay? Like early 50s, like rock and roll, like right before Elvis got big, Buddy Holly, Big Bopper, Richie Valens, all those guys, stuff like that era. Um, it's just cool. And you think back on that, right? The first time people heard this music, they thought it was Satan music. Never heard anything like it. What were they talking about? And then when they figured out what they were talking about, they were like, oh my gosh, that's awful. And it's like, I mean, it changed a nation. I mean, how cool is that? Yeah, all these older songs, man, I love them. They were using instruments that are still being used, but they did stuff was like, well, what does it sound like if we put the amp in the bathroom? Was it Jimmy Page? Wasn't he invented the rotating speakers? So like as it was recorded, the amp rotated or something. I forget. That is true. That is so true. Um, I love New Orleans, man. I love New Orleans, and I haven't been in a. I haven't. The Rabbit has never been to New Orleans. Can you believe that? Uh, Gosh, it's so awesome. It's so awesome. These, I don't know, man. Just people having a good time. That's what's great about New Orleans. Uh, I think San Francisco used to be that way too. Of course, a lot of people in San Francisco are having yeah, I know she's never been. I've got to take her. The problem is she has to be incentivized to go to places. Like she's like, what's the point of me going there and just being hot and muggy? She's like, I can do that in my back porch. She likes places that start with Miami and end with the word beach. So, oh my gosh. If I ever flake out, you'll find me in Miami, I guess. But, no, it's, yeah, shirts, man, the, uh, electric guitar, man, dude, it's so good. It's so, I mean, those guys, think about who all was playing. I mean, they're just nerds and dorks and stuff, and they're just, I mean, they had, honestly, they went from nothing to all these chicks, and that's what, it was the American dream, right? It became, rock and roll, and it's awesome. And then, music executives realized that they could make more money if they just changed the popular music every couple years, so that way they didn't have to keep the same musicians around. And they said, well, where can we get the cheapest musicians? And, you're cheap if you're not really good at something. So they decided to go to Seattle, and they got a guy named Kurt Cobain. And the rest is toilet water. So Nirvana killed music. I mean, just go listen to the history of music, man. It's so hard to find. Kid Rock is weird because he went from like this rapper from Detroit to like this like rock and roll guy to like a weird country rock kind of, I don't know, crossover. So, I don't know. I mean, it's weird, but cover tour Charleston, Savannah, New Orleans. Yes. I like it when it has a name like that. Charleston and Savannah are next door to each other, so that's not a problem. It's New Orleans. That's the hard part. You know what else is funny is that like Charleston, Savannah, and New Orleans are all southern port cities. And the other one is Jacksonville. And nobody ever talks about Jacksonville. And I think it's for good reason. I used to live there. Oh gosh. Oh well. Well, so this is Taco Tuesday is a bust. No, it's not. I love having you guys here. Just gosh, stupid stuff, man, happened right at the start of it. It's so dumb, but we gotta stay strong. We gotta stay together, and just don't let the boogeyman get you. You know. I gotta figure out how to do movies, and y'all are gonna have to get over on Twitch, and we'll have a movie night. Because I don't know, when I said boogeyman, it reminded me of the movie The Last Boy Scout with Bruce Willis and Damian Wayans in it, and his daughter in there got in trouble at school because for an art project she drew Satan Claus, not Santa Claus, Satan Claus. So anyway, at the end of the movie, it's not part of the end of the movie. It's just, a line in there. So you got to watch out for old Satan Claus. He's everywhere. And that's true. And I always like that. But of course, the term, nobody knows what you're talking about. Which is probably true about half the stuff I say. You love The Last Boy Scout? Dude, it was such a great movie. I mean, it's just such a great movie. Hey, I'll tell you one also. Around, I don't know, it's like there was a time when, like, gosh, I was renting all these movies and stuff and getting them. They all were about the same. You have, like, I think Demolition Man was around that time. I love that movie. But the one I was going to say was, have you ever seen Marked for Death? To me, that was the high point of Steven Seagal's career. I just love it. Water's wet, sky is blue. An old Satan Claus. He's out there. He's out there. Be prepared. This Volsdorm is the pop culture expert, man. It's so awesome. Oh, words to say the plan for myself according to Klaus Schwab and Bill Gates. Oh, Shirts, you're on top of it. You're just on top of it. You haven't seen Marked for Death, dude. Oh my gosh, you're gonna die. I can't think of the guy who's in it. Okay, wait. Did you see Men at Work with Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez? If you have, you know who their boss, or not their boss, but the guy that came in to watch them. Is the black guy. He's an actor. He's been in everything. Well, he is in Marked for Death. He's Steven Seagal's buddy. He's best cast ever. But yeah, he's in Marked for Death. But that guy from Men at Work, God, I love it. It's like Emilio Estevez like reaches over and like grabs some of his French fries off his plate, and he grabs his hand and he goes, "If you want to live a long and happy life, you never touch another man's French fries." I love that. Oh, it's so great. Gosh, man, here's what's funny. And Mitchell and I, we get in trouble doing this. We'll go down that rabbit hole in a hurry and just start talking about movies. Because, like me, like I don't watch TV. Like I'd rather just watch movies. Like I'll get off here and, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which by the way, I like Sonic the Hedgehog, the video game, right? Childhood thing, whatever. But the movie was really good. And so now the sequel's out, and it's on Paramount or whatever, Universal. gosh, I don't, guys, I don't know what streaming services we have. I just know that they're always there. I'm like, oh, okay, that's here. So, yeah, the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is on there, but so is Snake Eyes. And I was like, oh, I need to see Snake Eyes. You know what I need to see? Moon Knight. I haven't seen that yet. I want to see Black Widow just because I want to support Scarlett Johansson, and there's like some controversy behind that. Oh, Sonic 2 is good. Awesome. You know, that's Jim Carrey, I thought, did a wonderful job in there. But he also said, like, after this, he's done acting. He's like, I'm not going to act anymore. Isn't that weird? I don't know. If you have a talent like that, are you cheating other people? Like, would you feel bad? I don't know. I mean, I'll never know what that's like. It's like, I don't know. Hey, you know what? I'll tell you another. Jim Carrey, just my mind got lost on that for a second. But I just remembered there's a Jim Carrey movie I've never seen. Y'all tell me if I need to watch it or not. Wasn't it like called Numbers or something? Like he was like, it was supposed to be like a scary movie. He's obsessed, something like OCD or something. I don't know. I forget now. Yes, Mitchell. Dude, see? We've taken this chat down our own rabbit hole, bud. It's our own thing now. All right, if you liked it, dude, I mean, that's all it takes for me is to know I have to watch it. Okay, well, you know what would be funny? We need to find out if there's a movie that goes along the lines of movies that you and I like. We like a lot of fun. It seems like we like buddy movies. You know, like the buddy, like Lethal Weapon. Okay, dude, that is just such a great type of genre, right? So you got that. But it's like, what is one that's just, you're like, oh man, that was bad. I'll have to think about that. Or it's like, I don't think you'll like this one. Yeah. The Jim Carrey movie, great ending. Okay, I've got to see it, man. I've got to see it. Oh, so we started. Do you remember that podcast called Serial? And it was about like the guy who supposedly killed his girlfriend and now he's in jail. So there's like an HBO documentary on it. And we started that. And I just read shirts. We started that. And in the first 20 minutes after watching that, we turned it off. And the rabbit loves stuff like whodunit. I mean, I already said that, but she really loves serial killers. And I know this guy isn't a serial killer. But anyway, it's the same thing with the podcast. I couldn't listen to it. It's the most boring thing in the world. I don't know. It's a swing and a miss for documentary. I love HBO documentaries, but yeah, of course, though the guy that suggested that to us, also he said, I don't know, he like talked weird about the because we told him that Andre the Giant documentary on HBO, which again, if you haven't seen that, oh dude, it's like watching the true story of Princess Bride. It's so good. Andre was such a cool guy. And anyway, yeah, this guy trash talked it. So yeah, I didn't pay much attention after that. Yeah, well, I don't think she loves me. That's the problem, shirts. I'm kidding. No, yeah, no, she doesn't. The rabbit has a background in psychology stuff, right? Well, she wasn't a psychologist, but yeah, whatever. And so all those people are always, everyone I've ever met, I'll say to them flat out, I'll say, okay, who is your favorite serial killer? And of course, I say it in inopportune times. I like to catch people off guard so I can see how they react, how they handle it. And the cool people are always like, oh, it's Ted Bundy, it's, Ed Gaines, it's, whatever, whoever, right? Then the ones that are like, weird, they go, huh? Serial killer? I can't say I have a favorite serial killer. It's like, well, usually people in your field like serial killers, just something I've noticed. Oh, well, if I had to say one, it would be, and then they happen to know, like, the person, like, what shoe size they wore, right? They know, like, the details about them that nobody else knows. I always kind of thought to myself, you're a little bit romantic to your crazy buddy there, aren't you? But anyway, Iceman. When you say Iceman, I think about Top Gun. Is Iceman, is that a serial killer? Hang on a second. You got me now. Now I gotta look this up. Yeah. Oh, he's a contract killer. Do contract killers count? Because they're doing it for money. They're not doing it to satisfy a need, right? Oh, that's cool. Now I'm going to have to read about him. Thank you for bringing him to my attention. But yeah, so anyway, she has a... what's the other guy? Have y'all ever seen the show Manhunter on Netflix? That is awesome. That is really awesome. Oh, well, he enjoyed it. Yeah. Yeah, that makes you a serial killer. Oh, jeez. What's a... it's funny that the FBI won't release whether or not they think there's a serial killer on the loose. But, like, there's something like there's 40 serial killers always out there. Something weird like that. It's just some random fact, I found one time. I'm like, huh, that's weird. That is always there. But women are usually never serial killers. And I really think that is it's time for women to have equal representation. I'm gonna have to read this about Iceman. Let's see. I got his Wikipedia. Richard Cook. I can't pronounce it. Klinsky. He was engaged in criminal activities for most of his adult life. He got convicted for 5 counts. I think it's 4. How many people do you have to kill for it to be a serial killer? Oh, see here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it shows 5. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I just got lost on his Wikipedia. I'm surprised I haven't been brought to my attention like somebody who's in federal prison looked up their Wikipedia and it wasn't accurate, so they sued the prison for not allowing them internet access to defend themselves on or to correct their Wikipedia page. So like, it says I only killed 5 people and I killed 7. I need to get on there immediately. I need to have full access, high-speed internet. I need, a T1 line or whatever they're called now. Brought in to my cell. I will. You know, and she gets okay. Let me tell you how weird this is. And this shows how much I'm a romantic. So this is what I was going to do for her, but I didn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to it because there was a part of me in the back of my mind hoping that she would think I was crazy and not like what I thought of doing. And what happened was I discovered that you could write Manson in prison. And so I was going to write Charles Manson and say, hey, my wife is a huge fan. Now, does that not sound stupid? Yeah, when I put this out there, when I put my thoughts out into words, so this is a problem I have. In my mind, it seems brilliant. But when I hear myself say it, I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. So, anyway, yeah, I was like, I'm going to write Charles Manson, and I'm going to say, my wife is a huge fan. Would you mind, like, because we had the conversation. If you could ask Manson any question, what would it be? And, yeah, I'm a real romantic. And she said that her one question for Manson would be, what scares him? So I thought, yeah, man, that'd be cool. I bet Charles Manson, I mean, he's got nothing else to do. He'd write her back. Well, he died, so I hadn't done that. But I mentioned that one time to her, and she was like, yeah, I don't know how I would take that, really, honey. I was like, well, we'll never know now. But anyway, yeah, I really thought, I mean, I had this whole thing planned out. I was like, but then it hit me, you know, I don't know what. I was like, maybe I need to make sure. And now that's a hard topic. Because, you know, if this is a surprise gift, right? A letter from Manson. You don't want to spoil the gift. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. You know what? Actually, I just realized now, Shirts, after seeing your comment, that my wife may have innocently come up with the best question you can ask anyone. You know, it's always you see like somebody famous or something like that. It's like, yeah, well, see, you have to send a self-addressed stamped envelope to get a return from Charles Manson. Could you imagine the mailman? Somebody in the mail's gonna see it. You know that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So to finish that thought, before I talk about it, you know, that's a good question to ask anybody. What scares you? I mean, what doesn't scare me would be a shorter list probably. But what scares you? What's the one thing you fear the most? Like my mom, it's snakes. And I hate snakes. God, I really do hate them. Wow. Anyway, wow, I was thinking about what does scare me for a second, and I just realized I really hate the answer because it popped in my head and it's not scary at all, but yet it's something I'm terrified of. Anyway, clowns. We'll just go with clowns. But yeah, so you can't. This is a gift, right? In my mind. So how do you go about? It's like, do you know your wife's shoe size? You're gonna buy her these nice loafers, right? You've heard her talk about oh gosh, what are those shoes? I've gone her like 3 pairs. I can't remember their names. God, they're so awesome too. Anyway, so it's like, oh gosh, is she a 7 or a 7.5? Or, did I mess up something somewhere? So how do you ask? So, Charles Manson, like, how would you feel about that, getting a letter from him? Yeah, that's probably why Crocs. No, it wasn't Crocs. It's, what are those things? God, I can see them now. They're the, like ballet slippers. Not for ballet, but, it's, Audrey Hepburn made wearing ballet slippers. By the way, Guava Ball's not here. Audrey Hepburn, that is the most beautiful woman in the world to me. Nah, I don't know, maybe Cindy Crawford. One of those two in their primes. Anyway, the Audrey Hepburn look, though, is just awesome. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Oh my gosh, what a movie. Great movie. What are those shoes? They come from California. Oh well. Anyway, doesn't matter. The whole thing's about Manson anyway. So yeah, I did not get a letter from Manson because I wanted to double check on that. And because could you imagine? Here's a letter from Charles Manson. You don't just hand the letter to her, right? I get, geez, she'd probably get the mail. So he has to address it to me, which I don't really care for. But then it's like, okay, so let's say he addresses it to me. You get the letter. I open it up like, oh, man, this is so cool. Well, I wouldn't want to read it. I mean, what do? Like, you got to frame the thing. Because I'm giving this as a gift. And again, giving my wife a letter from Charles Manson. And I'm only going this far telling you this much detail because I really was that close to pulling the trigger on this. I mean, I was just thought this is the most brilliant idea I've ever had. This is like, you can buy other stuff, but you can't buy this. This shows thought. This is effort. This is difficulties. This is all this wonderful stuff. I'm like, oh man, I am super husband. But it's a letter from Charles Manson. What are you going to do? Hang that on the wall? Nobody can. I mean, do you put that up on Facebook? Oh, look how great No, nobody's going to say that about me. Okay, I mean, there are people on that thing that know me. They're not going to say I'm great. Yeah, it was... I still like the idea, but I realized the stupidity of it, though, at the same time. So, anyway, hang that up. Well, listen, guys, we're getting to the witching hour. So, I'm going to let you guys go. Enjoy your Taco Tuesday. I missed you. If anybody runs into Mountain Girl 212, I will have Taco Tuesday anytime you want to. You got to get over here and talk to us, vent out. And I'm sorry, guys, about my... I'm sorry I ran Sully off. That's sad. Man, boy, I ruined that. Ouch. Anyway, but listen, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And probably, I don't know, I can't do a martini tomorrow. Gosh, that sucks. If I do a martini, it'd be late. It's going to screw up the algorithm stuff. I don't have an algorithm. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. She wiped them. Like with a cloth. Oh, gosh. Anyway, listen, guys. I really appreciate y'all being here. And you know, if there's anything about the tragedy earlier, remember that I do love you guys, and I mean that. When I told the story about going to Publix, I should have told you. Well, Sully's not here. Went through it was the same checkout lady, and I kept telling my wife, I'm like, that's when I said I love you to. That's when I said I love you to. So she went through the line and said she didn't hear me say that. Yeah, right. Anyway, no, guys, you gotta be good to each other, man. What's up with this stupid people doing stupid things to other people is stupid. So, but don't let the bastards grind you down. Never give up, and we're gonna have fun, man. I'm telling you what, guys. Tomorrow is Wednesday, right? Wednesday's an awesome day, man. It's awesome. So you don't know what's gonna happen. You know, it's a gift, and the day's never happened before. Tomorrow's the day you make history, and every day afterwards. So let's get out there and do it. All right, you guys. Good night. Have great dreams, and unlike me who have these psycho dreams. Well, I'm trying to get letters from Manson for my wife. I wonder why I have psycho dreams. Golly, man, I need help. I need to see a I need to see a shrink. All right, guys, thanks so much. Godspeed, everybody.